Welcome to Good Vital Mornings. Daily inspiration and that good music. Yes. Good Vital Morning. Daily inspiration and that good music. I'm your boy, your cousin, your big unk, all that, a bag of chips and a 50-cent juice. I am he, and he is me, Mr. PL Sweets, here to bring you that daily inspiration, morning motivation right here on the Good Vital Mornings podcast. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 3 days of inspiration. I get the weekends off. Don't call me. Don't look for me. Don't send your mama. Then don't send Luke. Don't send Louie. Don't send nobody, because you can't find me, because I'll be creating this amazing content for you. If you are new here, or if you are a member of the community, first of all, if you're new here, welcome aboard. If you love great music, we got that. If you need some inspiration, it's all in the same package. But the great thing is that we have over 250 episodes that you can peruse, create your own inspired playlist, learn about some great music. Hey, that's why we do it. Why don't you like, subscribe, review, and share? And if you are watching, make sure that you not only subscribe, but click the bell to get notified. And hit us up on all of our socials, Good Vinyl Mornings. You can hit us up on PL Sweets, Instagram. Majority you can find on Instagram. On TikTok sometimes, but mostly on Instagram. Facebook sometimes, mostly on Instagram. So, let me ask you a question. Have you ever had to stop yourself from making a hasty decision? It could be a wrong decision. It could be a not so good decision. It could be a great decision. But sometimes you got to stop yourself and you got to turn around and look at things a little differently. But I got the perfect song. Yeah.
Turn your love around.
Hey.
Don't you turn me down.
Oh.
I can show you how.
Yeah.
Turn your love around.
Woo. Hey, you can't go wrong with that. You cannot go wrong with that. If you are not familiar, that is George Benson. If you are listening, I am showing on the screen the cover to the George Benson collection, which is his greatest hits album. I love how they did this 3D printing on it. This dropped in 1981, and this song only appears on this record. Turn Your Love Around was a single released for his greatest hits album. It was his second single. And it was written by Grammy writers Bill Champlin of Chicago, Steve Lukather of Toto, and the producer Jay Graydon. Now, you've heard me mention Jay Graydon many times before as a songwriter and producer. And this song won Best R&B Song in 1983 at the Grammy Awards. Now, the background of the song is that Graydon says they were contacted to write a song for George Benson, and they had a tough time coming up with it. And he said, I want to be gross here. He said, I was in the bathroom and the melody kind of hit me. And he sang the melody into a cassette recorder. They had 4 days to come up with a song for the George Benson collection. And they wrote the song, and ironically, this song was the first pop hit to use to lend LM drum machine, which was programmed by the session drummer Jeff Porcaro. This is all over the radio. It really signified George Benson's sound because his guitar and his vocals were synonymous with his tone, singing along with the melody or riffing with his guitar. They really, really captured it. And it stands the test of time. Aside from the title, Turn Your Love Around. Now, we all know that life moves fast. We can get caught in a rush. We make decisions, we can make decisions on impulse, running on emotions, right? Reacting instead of thinking. But sometimes the smartest move you can make is to stop. Because every path that you're on, not every path that you're on is the right one. Not every decision needs to be made in the heat of the moment. Sometimes you have to take a pause to reevaluate. Turn things around, just like the song. Sometimes you got to step back and kind of see it from a different direction. Sometimes a better directions. What we do know about impulse is that impulsive decisions can lead to regret. In the song, the message is clear. If you take a moment to reflect, if you do not take a moment to reflect, you will lose something. Many times we have rushed into choices, whether it's relationships, whether it's a career move, whether it's a life decision, only to look back and say, I should have thought that through. We've all done it. Pausing doesn't mean that you're weak. It means you're thinking, and it means you're in control. Because when you slow down, you give yourself space. This is the key point. You give yourself space to see things clearly, to recognize the difference between what you feel in the moment and what actually is best. Reflection gives you the power to pivot. It's about taking that woosah, that moment. This is the thing about hasty decisions. If a hasty decision is connected to someone that you love, or someone that wants to do something really, really bad, like your kids. I want to go to this party. I don't like your friends, but I really want to go. Should I go? I want to go. Or a hasty business decision or an investment. The person that it normally hurts is you. A good friend and a good business partner will respect your space to make the best decision, even if it doesn't go in their favor. It's not about letting something good slip away. Because when you're not paying attention, that's what happens. The power to pivot, to change course, to correct a mistake, that's called wisdom. Sometimes stopping isn't about giving up. It's about re-strategizing. You're not quitting, you're recalibrating. Because moving forward in the wrong direction is worse than standing still for the moment to figure it out. When you look at a map and it says to make a left turn and you say, I need to make a right turn, what happens is you go down a road that you weren't supposed to be on, right? Moving forward in the wrong direction is worse. than standing still for the moment to figure it out. This is the thing about time and taking things in. It allows you to make better decisions to lead to a stronger future. If you keep running full speed without stopping to think, you're definitely going to crash. But if you learn to pause, to assess, to reflect, to choose wisely your position, you will position yourself for a better decision. See, George Benson wasn't just talking about love. He was talking about change. He was talking about growth. He was talking about knowing when to shift gears. So before you make the next big move, you may be in the middle of a process right now. That's probably why I'm talking to you. Before you make that phone call, before you send that text, before you respond to that email, I need you to reflect before you react. Don't react out of fear or frustration. Don't react out of someone else's angst. They need you to make the decision now. You need to make the decision now. You need to make the decision now. Some things are time sensitive. With prayer and hearing from the man above will allow you to see things clearly. And sometimes the decision may not match up with what you're seeing. You hit this feeling like, this ain't right. Rest in it. Believe it. Don't react out of fear. Don't react out of frustration. Stop, breathe, think, and turn your decision making around, because sometimes the best step forward starts with a pause. Before we get out of here, why don't you like, subscribe, review, and share, because sharing is caring and strength in numbers. And we want to continue to bring you this amazing content. And I'll say it like my good friend Corrado always says, be good to yourself.